Hello everyone, welcome back to Olsen Cafe. Now today we are going to solve these exponential equations. But before we get started, let's revise some fundamentals you need to know in order to solve these questions. So here is the basic logarithm that we should be familiar, right, to be able to identify the index and also the base. To solve the equations, we must first able to recognize the relationship between natural log and exponential function. All right. So in this case, this is the exponential form, or we call it the index form. All right. And we also have this as a log form. Right. In this case, the natural log function is pronounced as ln. All right. So in this video, we are going to practice how to convert exponential form to log form, because this is a very basic skill that everyone must know before we can even solve exponential equations. So what is E? It is actually a constant value, just like pi. Right? It is not a variable or unknowns like x or y. Right? It actually has a value of 2.718281828. All right? If you use a calculator to check. All right? So how is it natural log and exponential function are related? Yeah, so we take a look at the graph. Yeah, so we all know the exponential graph look like this. Yeah, it actually passed through a y-intercept of 1. Now, how about the ln graph? Now, ln graph is actually an inverse of exponential function. Right? So if we take a look at the ln graph, all right, it will look like this. Yeah, so this ln graph, all right, is actually a reflection of exponential graph in the line y is equals to x. Now, one important thing that need to take note from here, all right, is to take a look at your exponential graph. Now, you notice that this exponential graph is always above the x-axis. Yeah, so which means we know that exponential graph, no matter what, it is always positive. All right, it can never be a negative value. All right, so this is one important fact, all right, that we need to take note when it comes to solving exponential equations, which I will be going through with you later on. So let's revise some of the basic fundamental skill. All right, so we know, all right, that we have an exponential form and we can always change it to logarithm form. All right, so you may have seen this simple equation, which I put in my shorts. Right, so if I have equations e to the power x equals to 3, right, in order to find x, I'm able to know that x is equals to ln 3. So by simply using a calculator, I'm able to get the value of x. Now, so what if I have another equations with the negative, all right, index? So same here with the negative index. What I'm going to do is I'm going to rewrite this. I will be able to have negative 0.2t is equals to ln 0.1. So therefore, the value of t is equals to ln 0.1 divided by 0.2. And if you use a calculator, you'll be able to simply get the value which is equals to 11.5. Now, so this is very basic and fundamental, so make sure you know them. So let's start with the very simple equations. All right, so over here, we have e to the power of 2x minus 5e to the power of x plus 4 equals to 0. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to use substitution method, all right, to replace e to the power of x by y. So by doing so, all right, the first term, all right, using laws of indices, I will be able to get y squared, and then minus 5y plus 4 equals to 0. Now, all right, we actually get a simple quadratic equation. So I'm just going to factorize this. All right, so this will give us y minus 4, y minus 1 equals to 0. So solving this, I will be able to get y equals to 4 or y equals to 1. Very simple, isn't it? Now, let's take a look. What is y? Y is e to the power of x, isn't it? So I'm going to replace y. So I have e to the power of x equals to 4, or e to the power of x is equals to 1. So again, we have learned the basic, right, and revised earlier on. So therefore, I know that e to the power of x equals to 4. This is the same as x equals to ln 4. And by using a calculator, I'm able to, all right, derive the answers as 1.39, all right, leaving the answer to 3SF, right, 3 significant figure. Now let's take a look at e to the power of x equals to 1. Now what is 1? 1 is the same as, all right, ln 1, isn't it? Because I replace all right, rewrite e to the power of x, I will get x equals to ln 1. And from here, we know that ln 1 is equals to 0. And hence, I solve this question very easily. So this is a very simple question. Right? All you need is by using substitution method. This is a more challenging question, all right? Notice that there is a negative exponential function. Yeah, so before I use substitution method, what I'm going to do is I'm going to rewrite this negative index into positive index, all right? And I know that I can rewrite this as 1 over e to the power of x. Yeah, so with this, again, I'm going to use substitution. So I'm going to replace e to the power of x by y. So and hence I will have 3y plus 5 is equals to 2 over y. Now, same as all the other equations with fractions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, all right, remove all the denominators, isn't it? So to this, I multiply y throughout. All right, so what I have is 3y squared plus 5y minus 2 equals to 0. So are you able to factorize this equation? Yeah, so I'm able to do that. So this will give us 3y minus 1 times y plus 2 equals to 0. So again, when I solve this equation using the zero factor theorem, I will be able to derive y equals to 1/3 or y is equals to negative 2. Now again, what is y? Y is e to the power of x. So I'm going to apply this. So again, I will be able to get this, and using what we have revised earlier on, I know that, all right, x is equals to ln 1/3, and using calculator, I'm able to get the answer which is equals to negative 1.10. Now let's take a look at this negative value. We have e to the power of x equals to negative 2. Now if you remember earlier on, I showed you through the exponential graph, we know that exponential function can never be negative, right? Because exponential function is always greater than 0. So which means in this case, all right, these equations here, it cannot be solved, right? There should be no solution. So therefore, in this case, all right, I will have to write down, all right, the statement, all right, there is no solution for this function here. All right, so hence in this case, for this exponential equation, there is only one solution, which is x equals to negative 1.10. So do pay attention to this type of question whenever you deal with a negative value. Here, I've solved two exponential equations together with you. One simple and one require a little bit more skill. All right, so do spend some time and effort to know them well. So hope you find this video useful. Do like and subscribe if this helped you. All right, I will see you in my next video. Bye.